you all that you want and what you need. Today, I'm going to give you 5 tips from getting from 1A basketball in high school all the way to Division I basketball in college. 5 tips on how to do so. Hoop loud. I came up with this video for 2 reasons. One is because I get so many emails and DMs about people wanting to go Division I, so I want to help those individuals out. 2, I was able to watch recently a 1A basketball high school player sign with a major Division I school, and I want to highlight 5 things that he did that I know you can do that can increase your odds to do the same thing. One, when I watched this guy play, what stood out to me about him was he didn't waste any movement. He was very efficient on the basketball court. What do I mean by that? I mean that a lot of times you get the oohs and the ahs from going east to west. You know, crossing people over, making them look bad. He seemed like he was more focused on north to south. His moves were always to progress to the basket, whether that be to score, whether that be to get a better passing angle. It was never this back and forth, left to right, just to waste time. None of that. And once you get into college, coaches appreciate that. They want your moves to be efficient. They don't want you to be going side to side. They want you to be going up and down. They want to make sure that you're going to and fro. That's it. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Bill, I didn't do all this behind the back dribbling with both balls and a weight vest on and all these bands attached to my body with my basketball training for nothing. I did that so when I got in the basketball game, I can embarrass cats. That's what I can do. I can make them fall. I can get on ball this life. I can make sure that I make a name for myself. Because the more ankles I break, the higher I can go Division I basketball. Right, Bill? Ain't that right? Wrong. That's wrong. Listen, go east to west because that maximizes the opportunity. You're going to have to dribble off your leg, throw it off your knee, hit it off your ankle. And you don't get points for that. They want you to be efficient. They want you to be attacking always north to south and not east to west. And that's what separated this guy that I watched that came from 1A basketball and now signed with a Division I major basketball team from others that don't make it. I like that. Number two is, I gotta admit, when I got in that gym, I was scratching my head like, how is this guy at a 1A basketball team and he's being recruited by major Division I schools? And I leaned over to a coach that was there for another player and asked him. He said the reason that person is signed with a major Division I school, even though he's playing this caliber of players, these 1A small school players, he said because this guy has made a name for himself in AAU, meaning he's already been certified by playing against great competition. And that's the thing that people are missing. People always ask, well, how do I get seen? How do I get seen? How do I get seen? You get seen by showing up and showing out against great competition. So many people can put together highlight films of them playing the JV B team and them scoring all the points. That does not make a difference. Coaches can sniff that a mile away. What you want to do is you want to show up and show out against competition, not only a great competition, but also will be playing at that level you aspire to play at. Listen, AAU is not the end-all, be-all. Your deal is you're trying to find that competition that's going to be to a caliber that's warranted for you to be playing against in the first place. You don't get any bonus points for playing against scrubs. You only get bonus points for showing up and showing out against great competition that are going to be playing at that same level you're going to be playing at the Division I level, if that's the level that you feel like you can play at. though this is not the case for everybody that's going to Division I, it definitely helps. When I saw this player, I noticed that his body was further developed than others. It seemed like he made sure that the weight room was a priority to him. So I will echo those sentiments, making sure that not only are you spending time in the gym, but you're also spending time in the weight room. One, it prevents injury, but two, it helps you in that transition from going from 1A basketball to Division I basketball. I like Now, I would be misleading you if I didn't make sure you got this one in your pocket here, and that is grades. I don't know if you know it or not, but you have to have better grades to go to Division I than you would to go to junior college, than you would to go to some other schools. All right, so Division I, you have to be cleared by the NCAA Clearinghouse. If you're not familiar with the NCAA Clearinghouse, I encourage you to Google it now so you can realize, so you can see the expectations that you're going to be held to as far as going to Division I beforehand, right? And it changes from year to year, so make sure whatever your graduation class is, you realize what the expectations is going to be. The ACTs, the SATs, the GPA, the class you need to take. What is it? Check out the NCAA Clearinghouse, and that'll help you out. But grades is a big one as well. 5. And the last thing that I noticed about him that helped him get from 1A to Division I is he had a short memory. He had a short memory. I would love to tell you this guy made all of his shots. He made 0 errors. He got all the block shots, all the rebounds, it's not accurate. He actually did make mistakes. There was some things that he could have done differently. But the difference between him and many student athletes, period, across any sport is he didn't let it boggle his brain. He didn't sit there and say, oh, why me? He didn't. And here's the thing that bugs me. Here's the thing that bugs me. All these interviews that I see in the NBA, NCAA, what have you, people always say, oh, I'm just so competitive. I'm so competitive. Like, I'm just too competitive. First of all, why doesn't that competitiveness, why isn't that displayed in your classes as well? That's number one. But number two, I don't want you to get confused of competitiveness, all right? Being competitive does not mean that you hold your head down when you miss a shot. Does not mean that you're cussing in frustration because you missed a shot. That's not what that means. Because you knock over the bench, because you throw a water cup or knock over the cooler. Oh, I'm so competitive. That's not what competitiveness is, okay? Be much like this young man that I was able to watch and move to the next play. You're gonna make a mistake. That's okay. But move to the next play as if that play didn't happen because you're confident enough that look, that was just an error. I'm gonna move on to the next play. I like that. There you have it. How to go from 1A basketball, where there's no audience in a podunk town somewhere, to major Division I basketball. That's how you do it. But if you ask me, you're putting too much focus on Division I. Figure out what's the best fit for you, and that'll be better than Division I. If you haven't watched my videos, look at my #1 video when I tell you the truth about Division I basketball. Just a little spoiler alert, I'll say this. All Division I basketball does not have the best facilities. All Division I basketball does not have the best crowd. All Division I basketball is not played on TV. I don't want you to get sucked into this whole mentality that if I don't go to Division I, then I suck. Because me, I started off at a junior college, I ended up at a Division II school, and I had a blast, and my school was paid for. You can do the same thing and have a blast and be able to play. Some of these individuals will rather sit on the bench at a Division I school, don't get a lick of playing time, than to go to a Division II school or to go to Division III school or to start off at a junior college and play and develop and get better as a player. It's crazy to me, but if that's what you want to do, then that's what you do. So as always, whether it's on the court or off, in the classroom, out, graduate at the top of your class. Hoop louder.
Hoop loud E.